Yo everyone, and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing a review and a demo of this relatively new foundation by Primark. It's from their PS makeup range, which is the name of their main makeup range, and it's a My Perfect Color Longwear Ultimate Matte Foundation. Just to let you know straight off right at the beginning of the review, this is a dupe for Estee Lauder Double Wear. So for a foundation which is fairly expensive for quite a lot of people, but also one of the most popular foundations in the world. Ever since it has launched, everybody and anybody loves that foundation, and I myself is in that category as well. So this is £5, you guys, £5. The funny thing is, as soon as I picked it up, I was like, Estee Lauder Double Wear dupe, because it comes in a glass bottle as well, which I haven't come across yet with any Primark makeup. And even the shape of the bottle kind of gave me those Estee Lauder Double Wear vibes. But £5 compared to how much is that? 28, 29? Well, it's a lot more than this is. This is, and it even says on here, it's a double coverage matte finish oil-free foundation. My shade is in Toffee, and it is also 32ml, whereas the standard amount for a foundation is normally 30ml. Now don't mind me, I do so many foundation reviews and things, sometimes I can forget what a foundation is like, so I write my notes on here. And I have worn this for a good couple of days now, and I absolutely love it. This is a 10 out of 10 foundation. This is another holy grail one, which I will probably get again and again and again. It's absolutely excellent. Now it says on here double coverage. Now the only thing that I find is that it is a medium coverage foundation, but I have to apply 2 layers to get the full amount of coverage that I need. So I do kind of dispute the whole double coverage claim, because if it was double coverage, I would not have to put 2 layers on and making it double in that way, if that makes sense. But it is definitely a medium coverage foundation, which is buildable to full coverage. So for somebody like me that has got marks on their skin, texture, redness, discoloration, I need 2 layers. If you don't have a lot of those issues, or if your skin is a lot better than mine, which a lot of you will have better skin than mine, 1 layer should definitely be enough. Now I do find in terms of the texture, it is a little bit runny, but when I apply it to my face, it kind of sticks to the skin. Like, you know when you like apply a foundation with your finger and then it can start to run and move? This one doesn't do that. It really sticks hard to the skin, and it is a little bit difficult to blend. It's not a silky kind of blend, whereas it moves around loads. Because it is one of those foundations that doesn't budge on the face, it's almost like it starts to dry straight away. So as soon as you apply it, you need to start blending it out, because if you leave it to dry for a little bit too long, it'll be darker in that area and then it'll be lighter in other areas. So the trick with this is to move very quickly. It is non-transferable, just like the Double Wear foundation. I've tried it by going like this, and I've done that after 10 hours. And after 10 hours, a minimal amount has come off, but that's all right after 10 hours, right? I mean, over the past couple of days, we've had really bad weather in the UK. There's been snow everywhere, ice, gale force winds, freezing rain, that sort of thing. I've had like things wrapped around my face, my hood wrapped around my face, and I've worn this to see whether it would rub off onto my clothes, and it didn't rub off at all, which is amazing. It really does. Once it dries on the skin, it is very nice and soft to touch. I look luminous, I look radiant, I look natural. It has got a matte finish, but it's not the matte finish which makes you look really flat and kind of dead looking. I still get a slight luminosity to my skin as well. I also find that it lasts upwards of 12 hours. After 12 hours is generally when I need to powder it down very slightly to get rid of any shine. It is oil free, as it says, and this would work well amazingly on people who've got oily skin, normal combination skin like me, and people with dry skin too. I do not find that it has clung to any dry patches on my face either. It does not accentuate any texture. It fills in my pores and makes me look radiant and flawless. So it is definitely a long wear foundation, just how it says that it is on the bottle itself. So overall, I'm really happy with this. It's an excellent foundation. For reference, in MAC, I'm an NC40. I am at my pay list right now because, like I said, the weather is just You wouldn't think it's spring, right? March is technically spring, right? So where's the sun? Why is there snow outside? I think the seasons have personally shifted, but either way, I am at my real palest right now. And this works perfectly well for my skin. And even if I get a little bit darker, it still matches me. I would always prefer a foundation shade to be a little bit darker than a little bit lighter. So this is what it actually looks like up close in its bottle. As you can see, looks just like the Estee Lauder Double Wear. So the first thing I'm going to do is prime my skin. I've recently been using this by NYX. It's their Total Control Drop Primer. So like their Total Control foundation, this is their primer version. It's basically like a white primer, and it looks a little bit white when you apply it to the skin, but it doesn't interfere with the shade of the foundation. But generally, any foundation primer will do for you. All right, now the primer is done and I look slightly oily, which is fine. And I look a little bit pale, which is fine too. And then I also find that with a foundation as thick as this, it's generally quite good to apply it soon after you've applied your primer. Don't let it sit on your face and sink in for too long, because I find that this mixes with the primer to make it a lot more smooth to apply. And just like with the Estee Lauder Double Wear, this also does not have any kind of pump. It's just an open top, so you have to be careful as to how much you apply. So can you see how difficult that is to come out? Look. So I'm going to apply this all over my face, and I'm going to use the Real Techniques buffing brush to blend it in. Okay, so here it is with one layer, which looks lovely, and it's already started to dry. It doesn't feel sticky already on my face, and I've literally just put the brush down. So now what I've got left over on my hand, I'm going to apply to my hot spots, as I call them. The areas which need a little bit of extra coverage. And there we go. That is it for this foundation. It looks lovely and it's blended in beautifully, and I'm really happy with it. Now it's up to you whether or not you want to set your foundation. I don't think this is one of those foundations that even needs to be set, because already it feels very soft to the touch. But personally, just to keep away any extra oils in your skin, I would always advise to powder down any foundation that you wear. What I'm going to do is I'm going to finish off some of the rest of my makeup, and then I will show you how I powder my foundation too, and then wrap up this review. So I've done my under eye concealer, and normally on my face, the face powder I use is the Too Faced Peach Perfect one. That's just the one that I happen to be using right now, but I don't have it to hand. So I'm just going to use the same face powder that I use to set my under eye concealer, which is the Makeup Revolution Luxury Powder shade in Banana. So I'm just going to go in very lightly just to set my foundation. Very lightly. And that is it. Your face should look lovely, flawless, soft to touch, smooth, and just looking overall lovely and soft. So I'm just going to finish off the rest of my face just so that you can see how the foundation works after I've done contouring, etc. And then I will finish off this review. Okay, so I am back. The rest of my face is now done. As you can see, everything looks lovely. Just for reference, on my lips I'm wearing Barry M's Matte Me Up Matte Liquid Lip Paint in the shade Pop-Up Cherry. And this is it. So this is how the foundation looks. Look at this. I can touch myself. That sounded weird. I can touch my face and nothing comes off on my hands at all. Nope, there's nothing there at all. It feels soft to the touch. It's like a lovely soft focus sort of finish. And this will now stay on my face looking fresh and amazing pretty much all day. It does not oxidize, it does not move around on my face, it doesn't change colors. It just looks absolutely stunning and flawless, and I'm genuinely really happy with this. I cannot recommend this highly enough. If you ever have the chance to go to Primark and check out this new foundation, which is the Longwear Ultimate Matte Foundation, £5 instead of 20 odd pounds for the Estee Lauder Double Wear. You will love this. It's excellent. So that's it for my review along with demo. Hope you guys enjoy this video. Like, comment, and make sure you subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye.